Good morning, everyone. This is Ryan Nettner with your Wednesday, October 24th morning market commentary. A little bit of activity here in the corn yesterday. We did see some light fun buying late in the day after about the 6 to 10 day maps came out. The first round of buying, the surge of buying actually came in at 11:41 in the morning. So nice to see that the fun buying is still here. Open interest has increased 4 days in a row. That is a sign that some new hedge pressure that's coming in from the active harvest is being offset with some fun buying. If we were to see the open interest increase the way we have in the last 4 days and it was purely new selling, we would definitely be seeing corn trending lower. Yet we actually had a higher day yesterday, and in the last couple of days have been maintaining mostly sideways. So it looks like light new fun buying, building a small long position, is offsetting the harvest pressure so far. The big question this week is if ethanol will bounce back from last week's disappointing 10-11 number. Last week was the last week of a seasonal slowdown in ethanol. The plant maintenance and such that normally causes a small slowdown there should have ended last week. So trade will expect to see that number bounce back. And we'll see just what we get for that number here later this morning. Over in the beans, the forecast maps did show an improvement, and that's certainly needed, especially for Iowa, which is farthest, or actually second farthest behind of the entire Midwest. In this morning's 6 to 10 day weather map, we see that rains were drastically reduced. There were some rainfall totals in Iowa there yesterday for 2 inches or more, and now showing in the 6 to 10 day outlook, for the most part, generally just showers. So we are looking at a bean chart right now that is still seeing a general grind lower. There was a very small surge of fun buying seen there yesterday at the same time we saw corn, but again, not seeing it on the same scale that we're seeing for corn. Trade still talks about a Trump and Xi meeting at the G20 Outlook Conference. Of course, that talk is supportive, but we need to hear something new. We need to hear some more new details if we want to see the trade react to finding any kind of buying from that kind of a story. So the meetings are still on. We'll continue to see if there's any more U.S.-China headlines, but for right now, just repeating that the meeting is still scheduled to happen in late November. That's about all we've got for recent Chinese updates. Over in wheat, the Dees Chicago contract took out the 505.25 chart support last night. It didn't go much through it, but it did take out what is about a month-and-a-half long chart support. That market had been stuck in a range for that month and a half. So we'll have to see what the day session thinks about this. If we do see any kind of support that we've been seeing in the other two grain markets, maybe it won't be that big a deal, but it's worth knowing that that chart support had lasted for quite some time and was traded through by a couple cents last night. Last week's wheat sales were an improvement to 476,000. We'll need to see that increase again to catch market attention. Most people use a number of 600,000. So we'll see on tomorrow's weekly export sales if we can get that bump up to the 600,000 number, which again would imply that U.S. is picking up some sales from other countries. Over in cattle, same Tuesday yesterday and same news. We see a 110.50 bid in Nebraska. Of course, that hints to, once again, a 111 cash trade this week. We'll see if there's any more improvements in bids or the cash trade once we hear one. But of course, 111 again this week would imply a 7th week in a row of a 111 steady cash trade. We did see the candle move a little bit lower yesterday. That could have been tied to the fact the stock market started off pretty rough yesterday morning, and it did look like light fund liquidation. But again, if funds are liquidating some of their 80,000 cattle longs, it's likely due to the stock market setback. And so far this morning, we're seeing stocks just fractionally higher, so maybe we won't see that same kind of pressure here today. And instead, we'll just wait and see if there's any changes to the cash bids. So that's our morning market commentary here for October 24th. You can give us a call here at 800-551-4626 or visit us on the web at allendale-inc.com.